So, welcome everyone. Super excited to kick this off. And like Jenya said, there's a ton of content today from technical, regulatory, and also use cases. So, super excited about this. So, our belief is privacy is foundational for mainstream adoption. And I'm sure for folks working in stablecoins payments, we can all see that this is really the next frontier here. And today it is a true blocker, right? So if you really want to bring on-chain economy for payments, RWAs, confidentiality is one of these things that has to happen for these institutions, also retail users to start using privacy. The other side that we don't really talk about much is really on the regulation side, right? So what is privacy with regulation? And so we'll cover with this with Predicate folks in a bit later today. And one of the reasons why we exist here is because privacy is quite fragmented. And so what is the Combinational Token Association? Basically, it's a nonprofit to really come together to unify a set of standards for encryption-based systems for combinational tokens. And we are basically a group of protocol researchers, smart contract developers, and also confidentiality advocates. And this is an open standard that we actually invite everyone who wants to contribute to join us here. And maybe I'll explain a little bit more why a standard is useful. If you think about how things evolve, right, from ERC20 to 1721, with ERC20, people are using it for things like DeFi, like swapping, lending, etc. For 721, this is where you can build things like OpenSea, some kind of NFT marketplace. The same thing with privacy. There is quite a bit at stake here to get the set of interfaces right. If you think about some of the interfaces that exist in regular ERC20s, right? I can delegate spending to someone else. I can set up this allowance. Now think about from a privacy perspective. Maybe I want to delegate viewing to someone else, but also delegate private spending to someone else. So this is where, getting the set of interfaces right is going to help a lot more applications to compose on top of this basic primitive and keep on building and creating network effects. So the CTA founders are Inco, Zama, and OpenZeppelin. We're the original founders of this association, but again, we welcome anyone who wants to contribute from a technical but also integration perspective to chat with us. And our goal is first to arrive at a center for ERC20s, and this is only the beginning, right? We can think of 1155, 721, and other set of centers down the line. But this is sort of the first step for anything related to payments, but also DeFi. Second is we want to promote the adoption from an enterprise perspective. This includes financial institutions, DeFi builders, and other entrepreneurs. And we highly encourage folks to start playing around with these concepts and try to integrate with their dApps. And you'll realize that there's a lot more you can build with this basic functionality, which is, at its core, is really just a token. But this is very, very composable and expandable towards other things like money markets, blind auction, all sorts of like DeFi applications. And then lastly, again, a big topic here is around compliance. So last year, we released a paper with Circle Research proposing a new combinational token standards really focused on compliance. And I think we're at a point here that everyone agree here, for privacy to occur, compliance is something that has to be figured out, has to be, agreed upon by different parties for this to really go mainstream. And then lastly, it's around this concept of cross-chain interoperability. So wouldn't it be exciting to have a token that's not only private, but also cross-chain? So again, there's a ton of innovation going on with this basic standard that we're trying to expand and work with different folks to keep on basically building on top. And so who can join this? First of all, obviously all the companies interested in contributing from a technical perspective. And there's a lot of work here from, again, bridging, also integrating to wallets, exchanges, custodians, but also all sorts of like new innovative DeFi ideas that may require new sets of interfaces that, we should implement to make this compatible. So definitely highly encourage any folks who is technical, but also very interested in, iterating on top of standards. Second, I'll say all sorts of companies and entrepreneurs that want to integrate this to their system, whether it's a wallet, an app, a bridge, if you're a custodian, but also any basically existing DeFi applications, but also maybe new DeFi applications that you want to come up with, maybe like a private lending, private swap, etc. So highly encourage folks who want to become supporters to also talk to us. And so with that, this is our link, our Twitter handle here. You can also visit our website. And so to join, there's a form at the bottom of the website that you can just apply. And then every month we review all the applications, and then we basically vote folks to join the association, and we'll add you to a group after that. And without further ado, I'll make space for our next speaker, who's going to talk about basically how the combination token works from a Tango perspective. And welcome, Ari from Open Zeppelin.